in the next Call of Duty game, zombie robots. Welcome back. I'm Opiate, and this is my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Ruiner, 2017 hit from Devolver Digital. I'll tell you, they did an amazing job with this whole setup. Interesting characters, cleverly named levels. Alright, gripe number one. During the tutorial, this overlay here, this kill boss crap, it happens about a dozen times. Now, they calm it down in the later levels. It only happens occasionally, but man, is it annoying. I feel like it's the wrong way to start. I expected it to be a constant thing, and I almost turned it off. Now, in terms of level design, pretty much the same, front to back. A lot of corridors leading to open areas. The open areas is when the melee and the action happens. This game does an exceptional job of holding your hand. It's a slow burn all the way up to a forest fire. You start off with a melee weapon. If you're lucky, you'll find heal spots that not only give you health, but they give you energy. Once you get a gun, the twin stick comes into play. Gripe number two is the controls. Now, it's a twin stick shooter, so I wanted to use a controller that had two sticks, but the aiming stick seems to be very sticky compared to a mouse. And at the end of the level, you get ranked, so there is some replayability. Now, this city is probably one of the best designs I've ever seen. I mean, this is AAA without a doubt. I don't know what it is about Cyberpunk that just really pulls me in. It feels like a legitimate city. All these people just going about their days, living their lives. So, gripe number three, I'd say, a sushi bar? Come on, man. How can you have anything cyberpunk without the stereotypical noodle bar? Whatever. Honestly, all I want to do is go talk to all these people and find out what they're doing. See if any of them have side missions or... But that's a perfect example right here of what you're going to find in this city. A couple of lines of text, and then you move on. So there's these maps all over the city. And I use city very loosely. You'll see it looks big from this map, but once you're running around, it's not, because there's nothing to do. You talk to these people and they have something insignificant to say, and then you just go about your day. Well, this is the skill tree. It's a mix of offense, defense, and equipment. It's nice that nothing's really required, so you can kind of pick and choose what you think will work out best for you, whatever your preferred playstyle is. After the tutorial, you get introduced with a finishing move, which is nice because it typically will give you a little bit extra health. And at the later levels, health is hard to come by. The amount of weapons in this game is nice too. And there's things that you can hack. Gates, weapon caches. Super gory though. If you don't like blood, I don't know. What's nice is you have like a combo meter in the corner because you're ranked. So after every little firefight, you get a rank based on what you did in that little incursion. And then there's boss fights. Now, just as the way you started off with weak, insignificant, small mobs, in terms of boss fights, you can also start out very easy, and as the mobs and enemies get harder and harder to beat, you'll also eventually face much bigger bosses. Even the cutscenes are well done. I mean, I do kind of wish I could drive the bike. Literally ride it somewhere. I mean, look how big they make this entire place feel. And then it ended. I played around 5 hours just when the game was pulling me in. The credits rolled. I know that not every game needs to be an MMO or have an infinite amount of things to do. But at a full price of $20, you may find that less than 5 hours worth of game is a bit much. And I mean, it kind of brings up a bigger question about price and length of game and what the proper amount is on either side of that scale. But I digress. Overall, I'd give this game a 7 out of 10. The world just doesn't feel fleshed out. And yeah, you can argue that there's enough to keep you occupied, but they've built this world that I want to be a part of. But every interaction seems hollow, meaningless. There isn't really much to do aside from push through and fight, which is fine, but if you can, maybe look for it on sale. Then it's worth every penny. With any luck, to come out with some DLC, or maybe a part 2, and it'll be 6 hours. Just kidding. As always, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.